keep it coming yet. So, Abdulatif, over to you.
Okay, boss. So the first thing I want you guys to take note of is the fact that Olajide here is my boss. Don't mind anything he says. Olajide is my boss. Final. That's number one. Then number two, Olajide that said let's leave it at that. Olajide is a liar. Few months ago, one of these health brands in Lagos hired Olajide to help them revive their list. So in our inner circle, we call Olajide the revivalist because he revived their list that was long dead. So it was dead for about 5 months or 6 months. So the list was dead, and they had to call, like they had Olajide revive the list. So he just set up some sequence, and they were able to milk out the list. And in a month, they made 7 figures. Yeah, I'm not mistaken. Like they made millions from this one. I mean, I said, why are you keeping your identities? Don't mind him. Olajide is a ghost. So he made millions from the list, and that's one of the few things he has done that I would want to mention over the call. Actually, there is a lot of noise in the industry at the moment. Like there are so many copywriters shouting, "I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that." So the trend now is just the fact that the real copywriters, some, or let me say, many of us are keeping mute at the moment, because if you talk at the moment, it's just as if you are contributing to the noise. Yeah, it's not revival, he's a revivalist. That's what we call him. He's a revivalist. Okay, so many of us are just keeping mute because of the fact that there's too much noise. Everybody's just shouting, shouting, shouting. I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. So it's the fact that that's just the fact. Then before I introduce myself, I want to apologize. My voice is kind of bad. I did a lot of shouting yesterday at what? What's the problem? I did a lot of shouting yesterday, and my voice is here to suffer for it. So just help me manage my voice. I have a sweet voice, but for tonight is destroyed. So then about myself, I am Abdulatif Adekunle, one of the many copywriters in Nigeria that has not achieved anything. I'm just here for being here sick. In fact, I don't know why it is like this, and I'm the one talking to you guys. You are the ones that are supposed to be talking to me. I'm supposed to be here to learn. But one way or the other, Olajide is
Well
my.
done. Well done.
Yeah, wait now. Olajide is my partner here, Sha. And some months ago, we met in a coaching program that cost about 100K. So we met there and with some other guys, and we thought of the fact that many of the help that we required as growing copywriters, we can offer some of them to newbie copywriters and or copywriting enthusiasts. Don't let me use the word newbie. So it's why we thought about the copy street. And after so many brainstorming, fighting, arguing, did we argue? No, we didn't argue. So a lot of we even had a physical session. We got to a point we had to fix a date, and we met physically to discuss so many things. And here we have the copy streets and the street copywriters. You can boldly call yourselves the street copywriters anyway. So we serve each other. Can you please mute yourself, okay? Daniel, please mute yourself. So that's just it. What have I achieved? I've not achieved anything. I've not achieved anything apart from the fact that I write emails, I write sales letters, just like everyone here. Who is this person? Leave me alone. Let me do my introduction in peace now. So that's it about myself. Then we'll be going to the next thing on our agenda. I also do MC as well, so that's how I'll be saying it. The next item on the agenda is a brief about the workshop. Olajide, would you go over that, or I should again? Just brief them about the workshop.
Yeah, okay. Okay, guys. Good evening once more. About the workshop. Okay, let me just tell us how the workshop came. We saw some things in the industry that we believe can be much better. And then if new, okay, I should not say newbie copywriters. If copywriting enthusiasts are given the right understanding, the right knowledge when they come into the industry, I think a lot of people will actually do better than right now. So we came up with the idea that okay, we saw some people doing this thing, but then after they did it, we were like, this thing could be better than this. We could actually help people get more better than the way it was. So we decided to, okay, let's help people. Let's come up with dissection guides so that people can, new copywriters can go through it, and then it will help their dissection so that when it's time to write their own copy, these things will come easily to them. And as part of what Abdulatif said the other time, so we started the copy street, and then last June we had the first batch, and over we had over 200 people joining, and it was it was massive, and a lot of people, their eyes were open. It was like a veil covering their faces were removed.
I want to sorry Olajide. I want to leak one secret here. I know some of those guys that are in this second batch again. After finishing the first batch, they came again to join the second batch. If you are here, I know I'm calling you out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's because they really benefited from the first one, and it's free, so there's no barrier of entry. You get. So that's just the way it is. So that's why we are here now. We are in the second batch, right? We want to enlighten more people how this thing should be done, and help people to be accountable, because the more you work on copy, the better you get. That's just the way it is. That's why I find it funny when I see a lot of people, they will start looking for excuse. Write one small copy, just like the one we wrote today. Write a small copy like that. So people are coming to my DM telling me, see, I have a lot on my plate. I have a lot on my plate. Pẹ̀lẹ́, Mr. Plate. See, some things are priorities, and if you want to make money with copywriting, you can't joke with them. You really can't. So this batch now, we are hoping to achieve much more than we were able to achieve with the first batch. And no strings attached. You are in for the best. This is the, let me tell you, let me just leak the secrets. This is the best hand copying and dissection workshop you will attend. So if you want it to be best for you, you too put your head down. As in, put your head down and do what you are asked to do on a daily basis. You will see improvements. That's just the simple truth. All right, Abdulatif, I'll stop here.
Okay, thanks man. Thanks man. So before we go into dissecting the copy we have for today, I should briefly explain to you the psychology behind and copying and dissecting. When I started as a copywriter, I used to feel, why would you just stress my life and expect me to start writing? Like, must I write? Can't I just type? Can't I just type it? It gave me a lot of problems. Then, luckily, online there is no limit to what anyone can, especially that place called Twitter. It's now X, right? Yeah, Okowa, it's still Twitter. So you can say anything. Then when I just bumped into some copywriters that said, don't listen to everybody. You necessarily don't need to handwrite copy before you get exactly what I wanted to hear. I I stuck sorry. I picked that point, and it was when I was working with. I started dumping and copying, and anyone when you tell is it a must? Not every copywriter likes to hand copy, and I've chosen not to like hand copying. But for many months, I saw how my growth was, and just once that I tried joining a hand copying challenge, those ones were challenges. They weren't workshops like this. I saw how much it added to my growth, and I could, even when I'm sleeping, I might just be talking and I'm talking copy. It sounds unreasonable. The day I knew was I was watching a VSL, a video sales letter for dissection purpose as well. So I was watching the VSL to study some things, and I was literally saying the next lines of the VSL because I already have the structure of how it should be in my head. So it got to a point, and the next thing I said it. Immediately I said it, the person said the exact thing. I was just laughing. Like, I know exactly what he is to say next because the structure of copy is already inbuilt. I've handwritten a lot of copy to the extent that when a copy seems wrong, when a copy is structured wrong, I can easily detect. That's for hand copying. Then for dissection, when you hand copy, I've explained that it helps you get into the thought process. Like, it helps you put the structure in your head. Then when you dissect, that's why we don't just pick any copy. We pick winning copy, especially recent promotions. It helps you know the recent trends in the market, in the niche. Okay, this is the kind of thing that they are promoting in the industry now. It helps you know the kind of offers that work for the people in your niche. The kind of offers, the kind of guarantees. For example, some niches they use money back guarantee. If you try money back guarantee in some niches, you pack your load in few days back to your village because they will run you streets. Some people use ironclad guarantee. Some people use 60 days money back guarantee. Some people use different kinds of guarantees. One of the ways you can know is dissecting winning copy in your niche. Another one is the emotions and the problems of the target audience in your niche. You tend to know when you dissect winning copy that runs in different niches, and even at that, not only your niche. When you study copy from different niches, you begin to see some things that you can swipe, some things you can bring from one niche to another. Thank God I have two devices. So I'm here talking and I'm admitting people. You people that came later for me and you. So that way it helps you a lot. Like, you just can't exhaust. You can't exhaust the benefits. So adding to what Olajide said, when we attended some copywriting hand copying challenges, then we felt this thing could be better because the first time I even heard of dissection, I felt dissection. Everybody just says dissection. I heard dissection a million times, but how exactly do I dissect? I didn't know. How best do I hand copy? Sometimes I'm copying and doing some other things. So the best way to dissect, after understanding the way copy works, after understanding how all these things they work, we felt okay. It's best. Don't just bring these people to tell them come and copy and dissect. Let's teach. Actually teach how to dissect. What are the things you should look out for? Because if you don't know the things you should look out for in a copy, you just write a copy 1 million times, and you just say I'm hand copying and I'm copying. I'm not getting anything. That's why we created the dissection guide. If you know you've not read the dissection guide, don't worry, I know what to do. But it's just best for you to read. It's not long. We created the document in a way that it will be easy for you to read. It will help you to know the things you would look out for in a copy. Okay, when you are checking the headlines, these are the questions you should ask in your mind. Okay, is it doing this? Is it doing this? Is it doing this? Is it doing this? So that way you will know exactly how to dissect, not just calling you to come and dissect. That's it. So going to the copy we have for today. Let me open it. Before I go into the copy, does anybody have a question? If you have a question, would you type it in the chat box? I'm seriously hoping. Yeah. Swipe.co has old copy mostly, but one of the ways you get winning copy, or the most reliable way, is joining top top industries in your niche. You see the kind of emails they send. So the kind of emails they send are those ones you hold on to. Then sometimes when you see an interesting email, or you as a copywriter, when you begin to identify good copy, you'll be able to dictate which email you should follow. So when you follow the email, you check through the funnel. Actually it's recorded though, but once in a while my recording software just decides to act up. It even happened in the last batch that we made a dissection video. Just a call like this, we dissected copy live, and we sent it to the guys just to discover that the sound did not go through. So we had to hold another session, myself and Olajide. We had to dissect for each other as if we did not know the copy before, to send to the guys again. So I'm actually recording, but I cannot guarantee that the recording works. But let's pray it works, sha. So what was I saying? The question asked about winning copy. So when you begin to identify copy you should actually follow, you check the emails, you check through the funnel. If it leads to a webinar, go through the webinar. If it leads to a VSL, go through the VSL. If it leads to a TSL, a text sales letter, go through it. Like that, you get them. Then another way to get recent winning copy is by joining workshops, masterminds, coaching, different ones. Like many, we have different ones we attended and we have ones we host as well. So when you get into them, we have different swipe files by different winning copywriters. I will just send it to you. So you understand? That's settled. Then so the copy. Let me share my screen. Olajide, I hope you are
Yeah.
ready. You'll be dissecting it for us.
Mm, okay, let's see how it goes now.
Uh, how about that other discussion we had? Are we safe?
What did you say?
The other discussion we had. Are we safe? Are we still safe?
Safe.
I'll drop a message for you on
I
WhatsApp.
think I've forgotten.
I'll drop a message. We're going to gossip on WhatsApp.
All right,
I don't
all
want
right.
these people to hear what we are saying.
Okay, people are raising their hands also.
Okay.
Hand
Uh,
up.
okay. Tony Peter has said, if I have, what is it? After I've handwritten this email lift and submitted the second which I've done, this is a good approach to use the idea behind the way the email lift is written to write my own email lift as part of my practice. Yes, of course. Yes. Like breaking down a successful lift letter, like the ones you guys sent into template structures and write my. Yes. You can understand the structure better. So when you understand the structure, you can use it to also gather your own email, to write your own email. It helps a lot. So when you do that for a number of times, or when you do it for some time, it gets to a point where you will not even need it again. If you've created any templates, you later dump them. But in the beginning, it's nice to have something like that. Then someone also, is anybody? Uzo, you have something to say. You can unmute yourself. You're welcome, Tony Peters. No, don't be sorry to ask. How long is the class? This call is for 1 hour. Even if we don't make it 1 hour, Google Meet will boot us all out after 1 hour. So we are targeting 1 hour. Entire screen. How do you find your niche? Oh boy, these questions. I think okay. An
How
FAQ.
did you find your niche?
Let's put an FAQ session after the dissection. So last day you just have to go over the dissection really fast. So we'll have some time to answer questions. Can you see my screen?
No, wow.
Can you see my
It's
screen?
breaking up. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. We can see it, but it's breaking up.
Okay, the screen right. Let me stop sharing. I know what to do. Uh, Chrome tab.
Guys, I hope you are getting value.
If you are getting value, type value in the chat box. Value. All these webinars that we joined in the past. If you are seeing value, type value. Everybody, I want to see value in the chat box. Value. Okay, can you see my screen now?
Edo, Edokpa Emmanuel, you have a question.
Oh yeah, Olajide, let's just go over the dissection. We'll take questions very well after the dissection.
All right, all right. Okay, Badmus, mute yourself, please, so that we can have good communication. Okay, to kill cancer parasite.
Who is this? Who is this? Who is this?
Elizabeth, Elizabeth,
Yeah.
Elizabeth, please, please. that your environment is kind of noisy. I don't know. Okay, the subject line is how to kill cancer parasites. Okay, let me start like this. I saw a lot of people. Some people said, this thing doesn't arouse curiosity. It doesn't do this. It doesn't do that. It doesn't. I was just like, it's because you don't have cancer now. So the people on these people's list, this is a company, right? The company's name is they call it Dr. Olsen, Dr. Scott Olsen. It's a personal brand, personal health brand, right? Of course, it may have people working for them. So they have people that have cancer on their list, elderly people. Are you getting me? So they're now sending something like this to somebody that has cancer. What do you feel the person will say? Do you think the person will say, this thing is not even I don't care. What's the meaning of this one? I don't care. No. The person that have cancer has health issues that is battling with. So when he sees how to kill cancer parasites, tell me, nobody that has cancer will not want to open this thing. It may be like, maybe this is a new way to kill cancer parasites. Maybe this another strategy. So definitely this one arouse curiosity, and then it contains benefit. What's the benefit? They want to teach you how you kill cancer parasites. Are you getting me? So a lot of people that said it doesn't arouse curiosity, I give you bomb. I give you bomb. One thing I want you to note is that you must always, let's say you are the one that was given this work, this email to write, and you now wrote how to kill cancer parasite. It's because you first of all put yourself in the shoe of your reader. Who is your reader? Cancer patients. What will make them curious? They want to get rid of the cancer. As simple as that. So how to kill cancer parasite to a cancer patient is a killer. It's a killer subject line. All right, dear reader, scientists have uncovered cancer's secret parasitic lifeline and a way to cut it off without harming healthy cells. Now, what does this line contain? Scientists have uncovered, that's proof. Like he said, okay, how to kill cancer parasites. It's now like, okay, scientists, like credibility, because we know that it's scientists that they are always looking for the solution to health challenges. So now saying scientists have uncovered cancer's secret parasitic lifeline. What is, when you hear parasite, you know what that means, right? Something that preys on something. So they now say they have uncovered the secret of that parasite and a way to cut it off, the benefit. I checked somebody's dissection. Yes, somebody mentioned this, that, and the way to cut it off, that's the benefit. Without harming healthy cells. Now, look at this headline, is containing like 3 vital elements. Number 1, proof. Number 2, benefit. And number 3, objection. Hope, the person may be like, hey, this new thing again. Hope it's not like chemotherapy. All this thing that you will harm the body, clinical, like that. He now said, he now attacked it, like he cleared that objection without harming healthy cells. So you see, this first line is a killer on its own. Now he continued. In one study, now giving us a case study now. It worked for 75% of cancer patients treated with it. Now, this is like testimonial kind of proof, linking it with that study. like with linking it with the case study. Are you getting me? So that's something like this email is banger, is banger. Now watch the video below and see some of the incredible before and after photos from its research. This is the CTA. This is the call to action. Watch the video below. I read through somebody's dissection that said there was no CTA. I was like, okay. A lot of people, your eyes need to be open to some things so that you get this thing better. Right from the first line, there has been CTA. Look at those blue something you are looking at. If you tap it, it will take you to another website. So that's a CTA. It's just subtle CTA that they put there at the beginning. Then at this point where he said, watch the video, this is a command, this is an action word. So this is the CTA, the real, the big CTA. All those blue ones, the other one that said in one small study, that's in the second line. That's another CTA, but it's subtle CTA. Are you getting me? Then and watch the video below and see some of the incredible before and after photos. That before and after photos is arousing curiosity. Then is another subtle CTA again from its research. Abdulateef, can you help me scroll up? Let me see the rest of the email. So after the CTA, he signed out. Are you getting me? Now, the PS part, what did he do with the PS? This is sensitive information from a former National Institute of Health cancer investigator. We don't know, that's like a subtle CTA again. Adding proof, using proof for people who are like people who like scrolling. Who don't have time to read a lot, they will just scroll down because majorly it's usually the PS that most people read first. Some people will not even read the email, they will just scroll down to the PS. Now this PS, when it carries enough power, people are either inclined to check out the CTA or go back to the beginning to go and read the entire email. Are you getting me? So a subtle CTA there. We don't know how long we can keep this video live. So please be sure to watch it today in its entirety. This thing is what we call urgency. Attaching urgency to it. We don't know how long this thing will be up. That means, wait, if I wait 1 hour, this thing may vanish. Like I may never find this information again. So it's inducing urgency in this place now. So I believe I'm fast enough, Abdulateef. Hope you guys understand everything so far. So those of you that said there was no CTA, there was no, like, let me count the number of CTAs that are there. One, this watch it today, down. One, this is sensitive information from a cancer, blah, blah, blah. This is two. Abdulateef, can you scroll down, please? Scroll up. Okay, this before and after photos, that's three. This watch the video below, four. In one small study, five. Then cancer secret parasitic lifeline, that's like 6 CTAs. Only that 5 of them are subtle CTAs. The main CTA here is watch the video below and see some of the incredible this before and after photos is also a subtle CTA. Are you getting me? Because some people may not have the time to read the entire email. Like once they read the first line and they believe that, okay, let me check this thing out, they will just click. They don't have time. They want to get the information fast, 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 fast. So at every point they are getting to, any points that they may want to stop reading the email, they will find CTA there. So is it that it's like the copywriter is saying, whether you like it or not, you can't run away. This is your CTA here. Just click here to find what you are looking for. So that's just all about it. All about the email. I hope you guys understand right now. So when you are dissecting copy, please, you are not the copy we will be sending to you. They are not copy we are asking you to critique. Are you getting me? Like some people are saying, the subject line does not arouse curiosity. I don't even think I will ever read this kind of email. This one is not. No, no, no. We are not asking you to critique it. We are asking you to dissect it. Like when you see a subject line like how to kill cancer parasites, what do you like? How do you dissect it? How to is a popular attention grabber. You get popular attention grabber that when you see, like it means it contains a lot of benefits that you will gain from this thing you are about to read. So then how to kill cancer parasites. Kill cancer parasites. That means there are some parasites, blah blah blah, that how do you kill them? So this email wants to tell me how to kill cancer parasites. And remember, it is not you, it is the reader, and their readers are elderly people. Their readers are elderly people that have cancer and they are looking for solutions. So when you see something like, if you get a job with a client tomorrow and the client said, come and help me to write emails for my brand, and what do the brand do? They maybe they attend to diabetes patients. Will you say you will now write a headline like you that you are Gen Z? You want to write a headline, you're now saying, ah, how to you can't think about yourself. You'll be thinking about the person you want to write to. So your subject line must be easily understood by that person that wants to read your email. It is not you. Are you getting me now? So this topic, that this headline, just forget it. It's not your own to say, it doesn't arouse my curiosity, blah blah blah. All right. So that's it, guys. Any question?
Yeah, thank you, Olajide. May your second born never resemble your landlord. Better say amen. So that was fast. Thank you so much. I got values. I've been learning since morning. I've been learning from you guys. Thank you very much. So we got some questions while he was dissecting. One of it is said, is it advisable to drop so many links in our email? Yeah, it depends on many things. Like I said in the chat box, it depends on many things. In some niches, you don't try it, and in some niches, it's just better. The more, the better. And it also depends on the audience you are writing to. There are some audiences, especially when you're writing to the American, what do they call this? These boomers, baby boomers. There's a particular generation called baby boomers. We got that in a workshop we attended recently with Andy Mukolo and Aaron Winter. I'm already saying things I'm not supposed to say over this call. Olajide, is that part of the script?
Don't worry. I don't know where to put your case.
Okay, so I attended a workshop with Aaron Winter and Andy Mukolo recently, and it's part of the things we learned about the different generations. We have the baby boomers, we have we are the Gen Zs. So it depends on the kind of generation you're writing to. So it also that depends as well. Then this question of I feel we should also dissect sales letter copy in this call too. It's your feeling now, not my own feeling. Actually, one of these days as well, we would also jump on calls to dissect a sales letter. So we can't really do everything at once. So this is for emails. You will also use some of the ideas for sales letters, but one of these days, it's either we jump on the live calls, on a live call, or we just make the video and send it. I think you guys would prefer that. We just make the video and send it, right? I know you guys will want that one. And if you want us to jump on a call, you can also let us know. So we'll also consider that. Then while he was dissecting, this live calls, please. You want to be M boy voice. My own voice that is cracking. So I got to my notice that some people actually joined this workshop and they are not copywriters. Well, if you are here, you are welcome. But that must have been an error from the some of you guys that helped us repost the the flyer. You might have said some things that misled the audience. That's one thing you want to be very careful of as a copywriter. You must make sure that your headline or your copy is not leading the wrong audience. Our promotions, the first line said, what was it? Hello, copywriting enthusiasts. I can't really remember, but the first line boldly stated copywriting enthusiast. So for you to be a copywriting enthusiast, you must have understood something about copywriting. So if you are here and you're not a copywriter, you're welcome. But after this call, if you feel like, I would just advise you read up on copywriting. Just read up on copywriting online. What's copywriting? What do copywriters do? Who are the top copywriters in Africa? Who are the top copywriters in Nigeria? So if you find them, just run away and go and meet them. Because we are not top copywriters. We are just random copywriters. Just kidding. So if you get interested, you can just talk to us. We recommend courses for you. Actually, we don't have a copywriting course. Can you say that's ridiculous? It's not ridiculous. We don't have time actually. We are considering that for next year. By God's grace, we would create a course for newbies. But for now, we don't have time for courses. We're still focusing on some other things. So if you haven't taken any copywriting course, reach out to us. We'd recommend courses to you, and put it at back of your mind that you pay for those courses. Those guys that put the courses together, you will have to pay. You just pay something, and most of the legit copywriting courses in Nigeria at the moment, they are costed around 60k, around that price. Did I hear someone say yeah? If you said yeah, no problem. If you've taken any copywriting course that is 5,000 naira, you are on your own. If you took any copywriting course,
Abdulatif,
I did not
Abdulatif,
say anything. I did not say anything. Olajide.
Abdulatif.
I did not say
Let's
anything.
focus. Let's focus.
Okay. Actually, to be factual, nobody will teach you copywriting for free or for 5k or for 10k. Though we can have 5k classes or 10k classes where someone will teach you a specific thing in copywriting. Maybe I just want to teach you headlines. I want to teach you something about who is this person that's a YouTube video. You guys should be very careful. I can just decide, okay, I want to teach people how to use scarcity, and I'll target 5k. I might just decide I want to teach you how to infuse storytelling. I'll target 10k. I might just teach you. I might decide that, okay, I want to have a copywriting community where I'll just be answering your questions alone. I'll target 20k. But if I tell you I want to teach you copywriting for free, I'll be for 20k, I'll be for 10k. Okay. Anyway, that's on the lighter note, and that's all for that. So the remaining, we have about 13 minutes more. Let me say 10 minutes more, Sha. Just your questions, through your questions. If you want to talk, raise your hand and I'll create a queue. Let me stop sharing my screen. You people should go and start praying, that this recording should work. Those people that are asking me if they are recording me, I don't know. I'm recording, but I don't know if my software would behave normal this night. So who is raising their hand? Okay, I have a question here. Are we going to dissect VSLs? we might not dissect VSLs. There's just a little difference between text sales letters and video sales letters. Who is this person? You people should be careful. Pay any amount not less than 1K and steal my copywriting break. Olajide, I think I specifically told you not to allow thugs inside this workshop. It's like Edokpa Emmanuel.
I think you brought them when
I
you were
I'm
coming.
not the one. You were the one that brought them. Emmanuel, let's
You
have your
brought them
question.
when you were coming.
Emmanuel, let's have your question. Ah, imagine 2K copywriting course. Yeah, your own. Yeah, your own. Udo Christian, your question, please.
Emmanuel, is Emmanuel there?
I don't.
Edokpa Emmanuel.
Okay.
Okay, Udo, can we have you?
Okay, good evening.
Okay.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good
Good
evening.
evening.
So,
Yeah.
so my question, you were saying something about that time about hand copying, that there are some certain things you need to have in mind before you copy a copy, so that will not just be writing it and it will be in vain. So I would like to know what are those things that you be considering while hand copying a copy. You get the question, sir?
Okay. 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 Can you come again? I didn't really get.
I got the question. I got the question. Udo, for you to ask that question,
Okay.
I'm supposed to fine you like 15,000 naira because it's obvious you did not go through the dissection guide we sent. We actually sent you guys a guide that would help you. That would help you. So check the group. You see the guide. You see the link to the guide. It would help you teach you the things you should check out for in a copy. Do you understand? So check the dissection guide and get back to us after that. Is that okay?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So Samson Belumi, your question, please. Okay, while waiting for Samson Pelumi, someone asked, please, this workshop is actually for those who are already copywriters, not those who don't know anything about copy. Yes, the workshop is for copywriters, and we majorly targeted growing copywriters. So if you are very new to copywriting, it's also for you. But if you don't know anything about copywriting, it's best advice for you to just get a copywriting course or just get to know some things about copywriting, because we'll be using some terminologies. I've said some things about CTA, leads, headlines. So it's just best to learn. If you though you might not get a course yet, we might just give you some free materials, just recommend some free materials to you that you can get over YouTube, over the net. But it's just best maybe later you get a course. Do we have a minimum or maximum number of copy one has to handwrite in a day? No, no. But it's nice to at least handwrite one copy per day. Samson Pelumi, your question, please. Okay, who else? Alausa Yusuf, your question.
Okay, good evening. Please, how do you get inspiration as a copywriter? Like, okay, let me state for example so you understand better. As a designer, and I say as a graphic designer, I'll just go to Instagram, then check out, search, go to the search box, then check out
I
what
understand. I
the
understand. Let me cut you. Let me cut you. See,
okay.
everybody, pay attention. This is the most important information you get over this call. If you want to get inspiration as a copywriter, smoke. Smoke colos. Smoke colos or smoke.
You were the one that brought. Don't let me talk.
Okay.
Alausa, Alausa, Alausa. Okay, I don't mind Abdulatif. He's just joking. He's just joking.
Okay,
All
okay.
right.
Yeah. This person said it.
To get inspiration, somebody already said it. Have swipe files, like keep swipe files. I was reading Vestoslav Dimitrov.
You are
You may
dis-
not know him.
you are disturbing yourself calling that guy's name.
I was days ago. The guy is an eight-figure copywriter, you get. So he was saying that he wrote one particular sales letter in like, was it sales letter or email, in like 2 hours. And you know what helped him? He had a bunch of swipe files, like bunch of swipe files. So keep swipe files as a copywriter. If you keep swipe files, you will not have this thing called writer's block. And then you read every day. I've been studying Andy Mukolo's work lately. That guy, like his emails, they are always coming new ideas every single morning. So as a copywriter, read though, have a swipe file. I beg. Hope that answers your question.
Yes, sir.
Then,
Very much,
then
sir.
one more thing, allow Sir Yusuf. When you begin to write copy, inspiration can come from anywhere. Many copywriters talk about, okay, when they listen to music, you can just get a headline inspiration from your music, or maybe you're watching movies. But actually, I'm this kind of weird guy. I don't listen to music, so I don't get inspiration from music. I also rarely watch movies. I don't get inspiration from movies. But you get inspiration from anything you like doing. You might be someone that likes going to the gym. Then something happened at the gym. You might just get inspiration from it, but it boils down to the fact that you have a copy structure in your head already by dissecting and hand copying. So anything will just make sense to you, and you just think of it. Okay, this thing I can relate it. I can relate it. So does that help?
It really did.
Okay,
Right, thank you very much.
you're
But
welcome.
I have one more question. Will
Okay,
you attend to it? So
shoot it fast.
I should ask.
Shoot it fast. Shoot it fast.
Okay. Wait, what am I about to ask? Fuck. Okay. Headlines. Yeah, headlines. Now, do you have to actually start with headlines, or maybe during your copy, you can just come back to the headline or something like during writing? Do you always start with headline, or you can still come back to it and generate headlines?
Anyone. Many times I write emails without headlines, and I'll later come back to give them headlines. It depends. It depends. Depends on many things. Sometimes you want the headline to restrict what you are writing, so you write the headline first. So it will control everything. But sometimes you might just want to write emails. Maybe you want to write emails to your personal list. Just write emails to your personal list, and you just want to write. Then you just write. Then after that, you come and give it headline. You come and give it headlines. We have just 5 minutes before Google Meet throws us out of this place. That's why I'm talking so fast.
Okay, no problem, no problem.
Then
Thank you very much. Thank
okay, is the course affordable and how can we get it? Actually, at the moment, most of the better copywriters, they've taken down their courses because of the noise in the industry. People are just producing nonsense and nonsense. Dollar Kwamzat, he brought down his layman guide course. Andy Mukolo, I'm not even sure if the course is running at the moment, but I would help you guys confirm if he's selling the course at the moment. So if he is, I would recommend Andy Mukolo's course for you. Then Golibe Ilechuku, I actually don't know about the course, but I've heard so many people say the course is nice. PCI. Then that's and so many other ones. Then any other question? I think this should be the last question because we have just 4 minutes before Google Meet throws us out of our family meeting.
Okay, guys. I hope you got value for your time, right? You know what? How far, guys? Talk to me. Did you get any value for your time tonight? Talk to me, guys. Talk to me, guys. All right. You know what you would do? Go to the group. For those people that did not attend, go and talk about what you got in the class tonight. How the class opened your eyes to how dissection should be done properly and other stuff that you learned. I hope you jotted too. So go and write it in the group. I'll be waiting to read about them. All right, guys, before Google Meet kicks us out, thank you guys for tonight. So don't forget, anybody that doesn't do their and copying and dissection on the group daily gets kicked out because we want to only work with people who will not take our time, our precious time for granted. Because what we are doing is taking a lot from us. So you yourself grow by yourself, and then we hope to see you at the top. All right, Abdulatif, I believe we are good.
So thank you guys for coming to our TED talk. If you have any other question, you can shoot the questions on the group, and we would attend to it. If we are still, if we are still what? Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Go to the group. Disturb everybody. Pepper those that did not come. Pepper them very well. Pepper them. Shame them. I did not say that. Just pepper them. Tell them, okay, this was what you got in the class, and you can also tag. You can tag us. You can tag Olajide. Olajide is our guy. Don't tag me. And okay, one more thing. You can save our numbers. I had some people coming to my DM telling me they saved my number. I should save theirs as well. You don't need to bother about that. As you got into the workshop and you saved our number, you save the copy street number. We have all your numbers automatically saved on our devices. Your numbers are on my device. Your numbers are on Olajide's device. It's on the copy street device. So we have your numbers saved automatically on all our devices. So once you begin to save our numbers, you would see whatever you want to see. And don't expect to see anything on my own status. I don't post anything on my status. If you think you get values from my status, there's nothing on my status. Nothing. So thank you guys. Good night. Have a beautiful midnight. Make sure you sleep in your houses. Don't sleep in someone else's house. Good night.